This is what we need in the NBA. And why am I saying that? And there's a real chance for this to happen. You see, the Indiana Pacers, they're a little hurt, and I never want anybody to be hurt and for that to be their demise. But the way the Pacers are playing, Detroit possibly, the Atlanta Hawks are only 5 games out from both of those teams. That's the coveted 6th and 5th spot in the Eastern Conference. Now, most people will say, I don't care about that. Why do I even care about that? Well, this is Ren's Stogies and Hoops. And let me tell you why this is very important that the Atlanta Hawks get that 6th seed and the New York Knicks maintain the 3rd seed. Because the first round of the NBA is usually boring as hell. Usually you're only rooting for your team. Most of the time, the 4-5 series tends to be a little bit exciting because you don't know which way it could go because the teams are so closely matched up. But generally, the other games, they're boring. They're boring. But Atlanta Hawks versus the New York Knicks have never been boring. Trae Young has become the villain of Madison Square Garden and plays like it's his home court. They love the cheering of the F you Trae or whatever they say. Look, Trae Young. Look, Trae Young. It's a great series. So far this year, because of the cup, the series is tied 2-2. But there is one more game in April that they will play against each other. I believe it's on April 5th. And that will decide who has, the lead as far as the year. Somebody's going to be, it's going to be a 3-2 seat, 3-2 for somebody. But who cares about that part? The most important part is that they play each other in the first round because there is no other first round that's going to be interesting. Cleveland going to demolish whoever comes out of the play-in. Boston's going to demolish whoever comes out of the play-in. I mean, what are we looking at here? What are we really looking at here? New York versus Atlanta. That's the best series that the NBA on the Eastern Conference could possibly have. What? The 4-5, which will probably be Milwaukee and Detroit. That's okay, but that's not exciting. Nobody's going to be up for that. Nobody's going to be up for that. What? Cleveland's going to demolish Chicago more than likely. That's not. No, it's not even something to get excited about. But we can get excited about Atlanta versus the Knicks. We can have Trae Young rolling the dice like he did on the court. We can see if the Knicks are a real team or if they fugazi. It is my belief that the Atlanta Hawks in a 7-game series against the New York Knicks, and this is just not me being a Hawks fan, but the way the Hawks have gelled since they've the All-Star trade and the way the Knicks have been playing since the All-Star break, no. Yeah, I miss Hunter to a certain degree, but Karis LeVert and Trey Man, they and Nang have done an excellent job. If Jalen was still playing, this wouldn't even be a conversation. We would most likely be the 4th seed in the East right now. So I want you to think about that. We are one player from being the 4th seed. And the way that the Atlanta Hawks have been playing against the New York Knicks will be the best possible series in the East. It will draw numbers because people want to see if Trae is the villain again. People love the storyline. So, Pacers, I don't want you out of the playoffs, and it's most likely you will not be out of the playoffs, but don't drop on down into the play-in series so you can play either Boston or what's the other team? Cleveland. Go on over there. This is the series that America needs. This is the series that America wants. How many of you would rather watch this series in the East than any other first round series in the East? Really want to hear your opinions on it. So what do you guys think? Catch you on the rebound.